Before we get started, I want to share a very interesting clip with you all today. Now, as you may have realized, I just lied to you. In fact, I hope you found that clip just as boring as I did. But what if I were to tell you, maybe that's not at all a bad thing? My name is Hrithik, Ranganathan, and together, let's explore why you should be bored. In our day-to-day society, many of us simply go around absorbing content, scrolling and scrolling on apps such as Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, or TikTok. But what if we were able to take the time and slow it down? As I was writing this TED Talk, I found myself opening my phone, almost on autopilot mode, and opening Instagram Reels and watching a few Reels. What I realized is I've simply forgotten how to be bored. Together, let's explore why that's a bad thing, why we should be bored. Instead of just picking up your phone and watching a few TikToks while you're waiting for your show to end, or while you're waiting for the ads on your show to end, what if you were allowed to embrace your boredom, embrace your creativity? Together, let's explore this. First of all, before we do that, let's define your definition of bored. I'm not asking for the textbook definition either. I'm asking for your definition specifically. What do you think when I say the word bored? Are you thinking about your mind racing, thinking many thoughts? Or are you thinking about your mind relaxing, finally beginning to empty? While many of us may have different definitions of the word bored, one thing many of us can agree on is that we find boredom to be a negative experience. In fact, the Cambridge Dictionary defines the word bored, as feeling unhappy because something is not interesting or because you have nothing to do. Why do we define it to be such a negative thing? Why can't we enjoy boredom? And you might be wondering, why am I even asking you this question? But don't worry, I'm happy to answer that. There are many benefits to being bored. First, boredom can allow you to increase your productivity. Boredom allows you to foster your creativity, being able to create change on the next level. As you allow your creativity to foster, you'll find yourself being able to answer questions you may have never been able to before. Next, boredom is able to foster your reflection. As you are bored, you find your thoughts racing. You might find your thoughts beginning to relax. But either way, one thing you may realize is that you're trying to figure out how to move to a more productive environment. You find that you are trying to change your environment into a more productive one through reflecting on perhaps the events of that day, perhaps the events of the day before, or perhaps the event of the day 3 years ago. But either way, you're always thinking about how could I have made that event more productive or more positive? And if you haven't realized, that is in fact a productive idea. So together, let's foster your boredom, creating it into an environment where you're able to create change. Foster your creativity so you're able to enhance your higher level thinking skills, being able to understand things on the next level, connecting the dots in ways you may have never been able to before. So together, let's transform the state of boredom into a more productive one. Instead of allowing the minutes to race in our fast-paced modern society, let's slow the time down. Take and embrace every single second of it and allow yourself to be bored. Be different, inspire change in yourself, and be bored. I truly hope that I've inspired each and every one of you here today to be bored. Thank you.